everybody, and welcome
Hey,
back to Gear Gaming.
I just want to say,
Go ahead.
phrasing.
Phrasing. And speaking of phrasing, my lovely wife just brought me fortune cookie for my dinner tonight, and I pull out my fortune, and lo and behold, it says, "A thrilling time is in your immediate future." And we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. It doesn't get more. It's
thrilling than that.
It's awesome. A thrilling time is in your future. Boom. Just like that. And here we are in Gear Gaming 365, Descent into Avernus. I want to take this moment real quick to shout out to our cool and wonderful sponsors that we just recently got. Awesome Something over in Anacortes, Washington, Geeky Gamery store. They have all kinds of cool, nifty things for sale, your D&D books, D&D dice, Magic the Gathering cards, so on and so forth. So check them out. Awesome Something in Anacortes, Washington. Sponsor us, so we have an official sponsor. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! What's yours say?
Woo! Tomorrow will be too late to enjoy what you can do today.
It's magical.
It's not wrong.
No. Let's see. Do you guys happen to remember where you were last time when we left off?
In the Vanthampur Villa looting it?
Yes.
We killed a really whiny rich guy.
That's true.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In a very terrifying way.
Missing person say a whiny bitch.
Yeah. Yes.
Before we could question him again, by the way.
Wait, who dealt the killing blow? It wasn't me, was it?
You
Not
beheaded him.
Yeah, you kind of did.
While I was asking him questions.
You gave him a very close haircut.
No, I feel like I kept trying to attack and failed, and somebody else beheaded him.
All this month, all the month of December, all of our episodes are going to drop. So there's going to be an episode that arrives every single Monday and every single Wednesday throughout the entire month of December. And these episodes are obviously going to be uploaded in January. But you guys can check them out at your leisure as they will be dropping. So it'll be awesome. Everlasting Winter, run by our wonderful Peyton, is dropping every other Thursday through the month of December.
So every week you have something.
Every week we now have entertainment coming out on Gear Gaming 365's YouTube channel. Check out geargaming365.com for more news and events. Last time we met, the party members managed to slay the very last of the Vanthampur line in this particular villa. There was some looting that took place. Luca managed to set off a gas trap and chug a potion, mean mugging Jag on his way through the thing. He's pretty still upset, it would seem, and I'm going to just go ahead and say, Chance, as you are standing there at the top of the stairs, he just kind of turns to you and says, "I've got to go check in with my employer. I'll catch up with you." And he just kind of starts storming down the stairs.
Oh yeah, he wasn't mean mugging me. He was flaunting it.
No, he was mean mugging you, because I went back and checked the tape.
Well, it was because I told him.
We know a mean mug when we see it.
Yeah, but up the stairs comes a gentleman. You had just finished checking the chests in this particular room here to see if there was any sort of a false bottom on them. After you checked those particular chests, that's when Robin got her pipes of the sewers identified by Chance. I do believe was one of the last things we did before we left.
Yep, I did a thing.
Yes.
So, you guys recognize Fallister Fisk from the dungeons below the Vanthampur Villa. He comes up the stairs and kind of glances at Chance and extends his hand, introduces himself. "My name's Fallister Fisk."
Greeting, Fisks. My name's Chance.
You just call me Fallister if you wouldn't mind.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. You happen happen to find anything of interest here?
What exactly are you looking for? A lot
Well,
of interesting things.
you
Depends on
know,
what you consider interesting.
that's true. My employer, she sent me to locate Thaddeus Krieg's puzzle box. You guys wouldn't happen to have found that, would you?
I'm gonna look over to Robin and kind of give her like a look of, do we want to admit we found it? Because then we find
You
it.
don't know we found it.
I was standing right next to you. I was standing over the chest when you opened it.
You guys were distracted, and I opened it while you were distracted and slid it into my pocket. So I mean, I'd have to go back and look, but I was pretty clear that I want to slip it into my pocket while nobody is over here with me. So my line of thinking here is that I don't really know this guy, nor do I know what this is. And so I don't necessarily feel too great handing it over without investigating it myself. Given our experiences in this town,
So what are you going to say to him? He can't read those thoughts on your mind.
I know. I hadn't really expected to see him this soon, so well, we haven't searched the entirety of the house. I would also say that there's potential for multiple hidden places. If it was something of great importance like that, it was probably stashed somewhere. It was unlikely to be found.
If even in the house.
Go ahead and roll a deception.
Ugh. That's awful. I'm not meant to be a liar.
He kind of
I'm
looks.
terrible at it.
He kind of looks at you a bit, and
Is that a box in your
This
pocket,
is-
or you have
if-
it seen?
if you happen to find it, my employer, Sylvana, she works out of Candlekeep. It's a 5-day journey from Baldur's Gate to Candlekeep. She would be most interested in the puzzle box. She would pay you handsomely in gold or magic items for a chance to study it closer.
What
What
did you say
do
her name
you-
was?
I can only hear one of you at the time.
It's fine. Go ahead.
I said, what did you say her name was?
Sylvira Solakis. You know me in Dungeons and Dragons names. I put it
I
in.
think
I'm pretty sure-
anybody and Dungeons and Dragons names. It's not a Will thing, it's an everybody thing.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that down.
I'm pretty sure you did too, but I can try to find it again. I don't mind. It is.
Silvira Savicas. Yes, I have.
Yeah, Sylvira
I have it here.
Savicus. Yes, she's a tiefling scholar. Has a lot of knowledge about the Nine Hells and would greatly appreciate an opportunity to study the puzzle box. She believes that it contains a copy of Thaddeus Krieg's contract. And if it does, she might be able to locate clauses or something to help the city of El Terrell.
Can I insight check him to see if that's really his intentions?
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah,
I think we all thought the same thing.
yeah, go. If everybody in the party wants to go ahead and roll an insight check, go ahead. As far as you can tell, the gentleman in front of you is being 100% forthcoming with all of his information to you. He can tell that you guys are hesitant to just turn this puzzle box over to anyone. So he seems to be trying to encourage you to turn it over to whom he believes would be the right person to turn it over to. At least that's the feel that you're getting from him.
That's fair. I mean, he just works for her, so he's probably going to believe whatever she tells him. I have never met this person, so I don't know if that's truly her intentions. I would rather meet her and get a feel for it myself.
Are you saying that out loud?
No. This
Okay.
is...
Between party members?
So, yes.
Okay. Do you have anything that you want to say in response to what he said?
I
Wait, isn't
will
he
tell
standing
him...
like right in front of us?
Yeah. He is. He is.
Okay.
If we happen to come upon it, I'd be more comfortable delivering it myself.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. I just really wanted to remind you that she sort of is one of the experts, and she'd be able to tell you more about it than I think anyone that I could possibly think of. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Candlekeep, but like I say, it's a 5-day journey south of here. One of the funny things about this particular place is that it requires a book to be given as a gift to get into the city itself. So it's a huge storage, a library of sorts, and the cost of entry is a book or a tome that is not already in the keep.
Well, how would we know
So
what's
any-
already in the keep?
Good chance.
Sorry.
I was just gonna ask, any book on any subject, as long as it's one they don't already have.
Correct. Yes, the monks and the priests there would be able to know whether or not they have a book. They have ways of telling that sort of information. I've heard of people giving wizard spell books because each spell book is unique to a wizard. And 2 spell books may contain the same spells, but they're written differently because wizards take different notes. And so, even if 2 spell books contained the exact same spells, they'd only have 1 copy because it's individualized. So, yes.
If the library already has the book, will they just deny you entry? There's no way for us to know what's in the library.
They would just ask you for another book.
What if we don't have one?
You probably won't get in. If that
Interesting.
Somebody
if that
writing out of the
happens, you could send a message to Savara. Maybe.
I think we could just. Never mind.
Anyway, that's your business. I just wanted to just to let you know. I was mostly curious whether or not you found it. I believe when or if you do find it, it is safe within your hands. I myself have other business to attend to here in Baldur's Gate, so I wish you well in your journeys.
You as well.
And he just heads downstairs. You can hear him chat for a few minutes with some of the guards there, and then, the door, ka-thunk.
I want to take both my shield and my sword off my back, set them down in the hallway right here,
Okay.
and say, Chance, I think I forgot something in the room up there. Would you help me go grab it?
Of course.
And walk up towards this room. And then once we're safely away from the shield, when you get a chance, would you mind doing me a favor and cast that spell you did on the item Robin found on that shield of mine?
No!
Can you hear me even if we're whispering?
You hear this in your mind.
Only him?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um,
I absolutely can cast that for you. I believe I have enough materials left to do so. We
Thank
need but
you.
a moment.
It doesn't have to be now.
Very well.
You
May
want
I
to
ask
bring
where
death
you
upon you?
found said shield?
We found it in the dungeon. I'll explain more later. You'll
I've
understand.
and I've
Uh,
seen the shield, correct? By now I've seen the face of it.
Yes.
Okay.
I do believe there
'Cause
should be an image in your journal if you are curious about it.
oh yes, I did see.
Yeah.
Because I find the face of your shield quite disconcerting.
it is kind of spooky, that's for sure.
Well, whenever you're ready, let me know.
Thank you. Then I'll walk back and collect them.
When you come back, I am looking at the puzzle box.
I
I
thought you
will have
said you
pulled
did not
it.
find it.
I didn't
Speaking to Robin.
exactly. I didn't exactly say I didn't find it. I said it was probably hidden where someone wasn't likely to find it, which was true. And I said if we found it, I would like to deliver it myself. We did find
Fair
it.
enough.
We have just finished exterminating a house of devil worshippers that were in possession of this box. I'd like to feel a little better about the contents or find out more about it before just handing it over to just anyone. It
Does this
might
puzzle
have.
box?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask if a religion check would help me discover anything about this puzzle box's origin.
Go ahead and make a religion check.
And you said this was crafted by the cultists?
I'm not sure of its origins. That's the thing. I have no idea where it came from or what it does or what's inside it, and that's what worries me.
You looking, Chance, at the puzzle box itself, you can think of nothing in Pelor's religion that indicates any sort of significance about this box. The metal itself seems to be a deep, dark sort of iron, darker than most other irons that you've seen, almost pitch black. There does seem to be some silver and some gold, and all of these intricate details all over it also look like there are a bunch of infernal letters, but it would appear that the infernal letters are like stacked on top of each other, almost crisscrossing in certain places.
Definitely infernal, nothing primordial.
Nothing on the box indicates any sort of primordial feeling to you. It's cold iron. There are some like infernal runes on it, but nothing that you can read.
I just look at Robin. Here's we have a mystery.
Would I recognize any of these runes?
Go ahead and do a perception check for me. The way they are layered on there, you can just make out that they might be runes. They might also just be random squiggly lines that could resemble a rune.
Okay.
You know, it's really difficult to say. You know, the imagine somebody taking like the letter M and you know writing it in 3 different times, but each orientation you just lose it after a few different times. So, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering if this place has a library and or a bookstore.
Baldur's
Because it
Gate has
sounds like-
several bookstores.
Okay. Because if we're going to Candlekeep, we're going to need some books that are more on the rare side, harder to find.
You can think of one that you might have passed on your way through the lower city to the upper city.
Okay.
Along the steeps, the Educated Mountain.
The Educated Mountain. What about a library?
They're located within the city of Baldur's Gate is the High House of Gond. Let's see, the High Hall. Not that. The High House of Wonders. It happens to be like the manufacturing shop of the religion of Gond. So it's the Hall of Wonders is a large stately building, serves as a quasi-religious museum for the magnificent inventions wrought in Gond's name.
Huh.
That's one
Well,
of the
I mean-
places that you could potentially go to find those things.
Okay.
Would the Educated Mountain have anything like children's books?
There's also the Unrolling Scroll, a built of white marble with an arched roof of vibrant red, etched in gold leaf. The Temple of Ogma stands out among the surrounding buildings. So Ogma is the god of knowledge. the unrolling scroll. Gond is the deity of creation and invention, so probably not children's books. That would probably be at the Unrolling Scroll.
It was near which temple? The Unrolling Scroll. The Temple of.
It is the Temple of Ogma. So it's Oghma.
And that's the god of knowledge.
I believe.
Sounds right.
There's also a couple of churches of Denir, which would be the god of like study and, you know. So there's a few different religious institutions around that you could potentially find some sort of information. I guess it just depends on where you want it to go.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go to the Educated Mountain first. See if we can find some kind of a rare book. One that's not likely to be on just anyone's shelf.
And yeah, so the Unrolling Scroll would probably be the best bet, you would think. But
For that,
They have if you give a dragon a sheep.
maybe. Or 1 elf, 2 elf, red elf, blue elf.
so do you want to
Yeah.
leave the Vanthampur Villa?
Yes.
What's
Don't forget, we have the goods loaded into the cart. Correct.
Yes, we do.
yeah, you do have the goods loaded into the cart.
So we're gonna take the cart with us.
All right, so you guys can head downstairs, down to the ground floor down here, where Darian and his crew of Grey Waivers have been patiently waiting your arrival. Upon exiting the Vanthampur Villa and coming out to the courtyard, Darian looks up. Is it done?
It's done.
About bloody time. We're getting sick and tired of the upper city aristocrats questioning us. Every gosh darn time we walk through the streets. What's your plans to be now?
We have some goods loaded in the cart to take care of, and I believe we are heading out of town. Getting tired of this life here. Not much of a city person myself.
Your plans for the wagon and all the goods in it.
To I can't even remember all we had. We had I know we had a animal meat and a couple chests. I don't remember.
Yeah,
what's all we
we put a bunch of food in front of it, but it was several chests.
Yeah, it was all the
It
treasure
had-
that you guys found in the Vanthampur
Yeah.
basement, essentially.
All the gold, all the platinum, and the gemstones.
I found quite a few quite a haul of meats and stuff to deliver to people in need.
Okay. Well, that'd be good, I suppose. I'd be careful with that sort of stuff, though, because likely to draw a crowd if you're just tossing coins out the side of the vehicle.
Well, no, it's not. We're not touching coins, and we're not anything. We just have a couple animal carcasses and
Oh,
some meat that have been chopped up, and some flour and cooking stuff. We clean the kitchen out. Figured this
Can you-
letting the food rot.
Can you have the kids be a little quieter?
Instead of letting all this food in that kitchen in the dungeon go to waste, we figured we'd take it to a place that could use it to good use to serve the needy.
Yeah, that's a very noble thought that you have there. It's great. Well, we could provide you an escort until you at least get out of Upper City, and that way you travel a little faster.
That would be amazing, and I will. What do I got left?
You also have
I'll,
a cart full of coins.
We bear.
I'm gonna. I got 3 silver for each of the men who help us out.
It's honestly, you've been doing us a favor getting us away from the waters for this long. But I can tell you right now that Zodge, he's probably chomping at the bit to hear something by now. I would ask you if you get a chance to stop by and maybe check in with him before you head out of town. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
That'd be her job. She's the one that he deputized.
Well, it's good news, I suppose.
I've only seen him from a distance, and I'm happy keeping it at that.
I can't say I blame you as much, but shall we be going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to get on the back of the wagon. And I'll tell you, Jag. I think that it would actually be more beneficial to just hand it out off the cart. A lot of these people have a hard time getting into any place that could distribute it, with the lines being so long before they run out of food. So
You just want to throw bags of flour off the cart? Hmm. I mean, the meat's gotta be taken to a butcher shop. It wasn't necessarily cut up.
So
Then let's make it a family-owned one. It's more likely to go to those that really need it.
Yeah, you might know a temple that could get it to the people who Jag doesn't know, but
So you guys are leaving the Vanthampur Villa, which is indicated here on your map that you guys are now looking at. The only gate that, so there are several gates between the upper city and the lower city. However, some of these gates are only accessible from the hottie toddies that live in this particular thing. Manor Gate is only accessible by those that live in Upper City. Gond Gate is the same way, and so is Heap Gate. So Baldur's Gate and the Sea Gate are public gates. Which gate do you guys want to head to? This is the High House of Wonders. This is what I was talking about. It's one of the places that you might see.
If that's the case, then
You lost James.
we should go out Baldur's Gate. I mean, that's the only one we can go out, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
close to
Seagate.
it. Yeah, but where's Seagate?
down south.
Way down here.
Oh, yeah. So we'll go out Baldur's Gate because then we can kind of wrap back around and go to the House of Wonders.
Hold on a second. It's not what I'm looking for. It's the High House of Wonders. Why in the world would that not be in here, guys? So silly. I'm sure it is, but I don't have time to find it, so this is going to be faster. I'm going to add a handout real quick. Alright, drop this
Phoenix.
picture. Is James back? What happened?
Not sure.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna text James and just be like, "Ya right there, dude?" Oh, is that him back? Nope, he completely dropped now. Alright, so let's go like this. This is the building that you would pass. That's right here on the map. It's the High House of Wonders. It's got a cool, like, view of the religious house that the Church of Gond and all the cool wonders that it come across. That's this cool house here with the U shape at the north end of it. You guys would pass right by it because here's Vanthampur Villa and here's the High House of Wonders. There's also the High Hall here, which is something that you guys would pass on the way out. This is the location of all of the, like, government of Baldur's Gate, what there is.
Just outside of Baldur's Gate.
No, actually, it's right outside of the Vanthampur Villa.
Oh,
the
okay. So
north.
like the
That's the High Hall. It's this building right here, if you're on the map. And then that's what this looks like. The High Hall. So. Okay. Alright, yeah, but you guys travel through the city. Are you gonna start tossing things while you're in Upper City?
No.
Okay.
No. And actually, we decided we're gonna try to find a family-owned, like, butcher shop
At
type
Baldur's...
thing that we can.
Okay. At Baldur's Gate, Darian and his crew will just be all like, well, it's been a fun few days. Giving me something. And me meant a little bit of a break, but I think this is about the time where we'll leave you for now, and we've got to head back to our posts and see to it that other matters are taken care of.
Much
appreciate-
appreciated for the assist.
Yeah.
And do you happen to know where we could find like a local tavern, like a small family-owned, some good people who like to help that we could take this food supplies to that'd be willing to help get it to the people who need it?
Well, I happen to know that there's a place just down yonder near Bloombridge known as a Smiling Boar. I ain't say I've been there very much myself, but I know it's a slaughterhouse. Oh, no. Well, that's not the right thing. I thought that was the name of the freaking... Oh, no, it's not a slaughterhouse. That's a freaking bar. I'm sorry.
That's a
Do we
slaughterhouse
not
now.
trust?
That's not...
Take this!
Not even what you're looking
Do-
for.
Do we not trust any of the local temples to distribute these goods for the good of the people?
Oh, yeah. My cousin, Felipe, he owns a place. It's a butcher shop. Name Assault and Battery.
Where's that
Assault
at?
and battery.
Yeah, because
That,
he uses the salt to cure the meats. He thinks he's got a sense of humor. I don't know. He's the black sheep of the family. That's near... well, you go through the steeps and down 2 levels, and it's kind of a little bit northwest of the counting house down there. So he would kind of give you directions to a small establishment right there.
Perfect.
Could
make
we?
sure to tell him Darian sent us.
No, don't
Yeah.
mention my name.
Oh.
He hates my
Don't
guts.
That's what family's for.
Yeah, that's well. I tried to tell him to name his place something sensible like, the Cutler or something, and he didn't have nothing to do with it. I told him his shop didn't make no sense, because it's not like he batters anything. It's not like they make donuts there, so...
What's a donut?
Oh, it's this wonderful little baked good. It's a circle with a hole in the middle. It's quite magical, yeah. I could name a place that you could get them if you'd like. It's called the Smiling Boar. It's down by near Bloombridge.
The Smiling Boar.
Yeah, so
Smiling
it's
Boar.
where you get the donuts. Absolutely.
Awesome.
No wait.
We may-
She calls them dog nuts. Yeah,
Dog nuts?
dog nuts. Yeah. Well, don't read nothing into that. Their whole menu's got like a bunch of weird names and stuff like that. It's like, the weird names.
All right.
Okay.
Make sure to give them a try if we get the chance. Maybe they can get us some packed for the road.
Probably. She's best known for her breakfast foods, though. Yeah. The early riser. It's well, what they do is they take a corn dog, and they stand it up in a plate, and you get 2 meatballs with it. It's called the early riser. Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Jack Jag is gonna like his laugh
Wow.
is gonna be like this roar laugh because he's laughing so hard. Like
Only in Baldur's Gate can you find phallic foods.
Well, yeah,
I doubt that.
most of the people in Bloomridge, they kind of avoid the place, but it's a little bit of a local legend, if you know what I mean. They got Dog Nuts and the Early Riser, and they got a couple other strange names. Anyway, I'm just rambling here. You guys have a good day.
you too.
You too. Okay, so
Just saying, if
we're
we stay the
at-
night somewhere in town, I want to go get the early riser next morning.
Wow. So we're at Baldur's Gate right now.
Yep, just outside of Baldur's Gate. Right
Okay.
there.
Well, I figure we better make straight towards that butcher shop, the assault and batter.
I see
Don't
your
want to hold on
point,
to this
but
good for too long.
we're about to go visit the High House of Wonders. Do you think it's really smart to leave a card out front with
Well,
a
you
bunch of
guys are-
chests on it?
You guys are outside Baldur's Gate. So the Hall of Wonders is here located in Upper City. The High House
Yes.
of Wonders is also located in Upper City. You guys just passed through Baldur's Gate. So you'd have to go
Yes.
back through into Upper City. Because
Yes.
the unrolling scroll happens to be here in Upper City as well.
Well, I think maybe we should get a room, and we can put the stuff in the chest from the cart in the room, and the rest down to the butcher.
You
I don't
don't
think in
think
general-
anyone's...
I don't want to leave this out. Even if it's got the meat all over it, like somebody could just come up and say, "Hey, this stuff looks good," and start taking it.
I still say the temples are a great option. They're supposed to serve the people.
I don't care what we do with it. I mean, as long as it gets to the people who need it, the temple, a butcher shop. I
Okay,
know there was a
so-
temple I passed on our way into town. But then that's a good journey. Gotta head out past the gate, other side of town.
We have to head in the direction of the Hall of Wonders. There are temples behind it. So it's in the same direction.
Yes, but those are the temples of the high city. Those are the temples we want to take this stuff to. They're not going to help get it to the people who really need it. Those temples are going to look after people up there. You've been up there. You've seen how they keep up there and how they keep down here.
I'm well aware of temples. I prefer to hand things out myself. But as you
I just
pointed
don't
out,
I think that's practical.
we can't do that right now. So our other option is to go back the way we came and give it to...
Oi, you with the cart! You've been blocking the gate for 5 minutes. Scurry along with your business. You see a couple of the members of the watch kind of eyeing you guys as you stand there discussing where to go.
I'll like get the horses in a very slow motion, like get them going. Sorry, it's a little heavy. They're getting old, and so they don't pull it too fast.
Whatever.
So do we
No.
want to turn around or find somewhere else?
I think we head back. I mean, we don't need to head to the High Hall and the House of Wonders a second. I say we take care of this business, regroup, and head there. If it takes us till tomorrow, like we get back to it tomorrow.
Well, we're looking at a 5-day journey, so the sooner we can get on that, the better. But
Well, what time of day is it now? Well, if I look up, do I see the sun being midday?
I'd say it's just before midday now.
Just before midday. Well, we could take the rest of the day, take care of this stuff, then head back to the the House of Wonders and the High Hall towards the end of the day, get a good night's sleep, and hit the road fresh thing tomorrow.
If we find the info we need. That's why I want to put the feelers out before we go rest for the night.
The High
I'll,
Hall is what?
I'll suggest, well, maybe you can head that way, and Chance and I can take care of this stuff.
The High Hall is what little government is here, correct?
Yeah, the High Hall is the location of the city's primary government.
Would it not benefit us to get in good with, the government officials in this area if we make a donation to their food banks?
Let's see. The Parliament of Peers and the Council of Four meet here. Each of the four dukes has his office here. Criminal trials, tax counts, and professional guild meetings also take place in the High Hall. Most criminal trials are presided over by a proxy judge.
The people up there don't care about the people down here.
Very well.
If you two would like to head up there and start your search, I saw a cozy temple back at Norchapel.
No, by all
area.
means, Jag. If there are people in need in the lower city, I'm all for making a side trek to help those in need.
What's up, sissy?
If you can find a temple of Lathander, that would be my suggestion.
So what's going on?
Sorry. Well,
I told you if you can find a temple of Lathander, that would be my suggestion. It's a homage to an old friend.
I believe when I passed one in the other day, I saw a temple.
Chance. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the last several minutes of traveling for probably like 5 or 10 minutes now, there's just been a little boy that's been kind of following you close. He looks to be about 10 years old or so. He seems to be like casually looking off to the side, but like his ear is cocked in your general direction, like he's listening to your conversation.
And so he's behind us?
Yeah.
While Jag and Robin are talking, I just turn to him and I'll be like, "You there, boy? Come here."
Who, me, sir? I wasn't doing anything, I swear.
No, don't worry. I just, you seem a curious lad, and I couldn't help but notice you eavesdropping.
I just never seen one of those, and he points to Jag.
You've never seen a cat?
Well, yeah, but not walk around like that with a big sword.
Well, boy, it's rude to stare. Would you like an introduction?
Will it bite?
Can I hear the conversation?
Yeah, you can hear the conversation.
Without even turning around, I'm gonna be like, not hard.
Don't worry, lad. I believe he's just having a jab at ya.
I hope not. I'm pretty sure that sword would run me right through, and then there'd be two of me.
Oh, Jag. Come here, why don't you introduce yourself, lad? What's your name?
Tim?
Tim, meet Jag. I'm Chance.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
Hi. Hi. You can I touch the? And he like points to your like mane.
The name. I'll like get down low.
like
And,
tentatively, he reaches up and kind of like touches it. It's soft.
it takes a lot of work to keep it that soft.
Where are you from?
Ah, not a land you've ever heard of.
So where are you from?
It's a place called Theros.
That's cool. Thank you.
Tim,
I'll
Yeah.
reach into my pocket. Does he look like a kid that comes from a like wealthy family, or does he look like he's probably from like a impoverished family?
You'd say that he's probably middle class, neither
Okay.
rich nor poor. He's not extremely dirty, but like you notice, like his shoes and his pants are a little frayed. He's probably been outside all day long playing.
I'm gonna I think he left something in my mane, and I'm gonna reach in and I'll slightly of pull like a silver piece out of my pouch and kind of slide a hand it
All right, well,
out of
give me
my
a
mane
sleight
and
of hand then.
look like it's a little magic trick. Like, oh, you forgot this.
Okay, let's give me a sleight of hand then. Like as soon as you reach up, you're like, I left this, and like twirl it between your two fingers and extend it towards him. He's like, trying to see if like there's more like in there right now.
That's the only one. You left it when you touched it. You must not have realized you had it in your hand still.
Thank you so much, Jag. I, I, listen. I overheard your conversation, and I don't know if you know this, but there's a church over in Heapside. It's called the Shrine of the Suffering. It's the god there is Ilmater. The priests are all about like suffering and helping those in need, and it's from what I overheard. Not that I was really paying attention or anything like that. It probably would be the best place to go. Okay, thanks. Bye.
I'm gonna turn to Chance and do you you're a religious man. Do you recognize that god?
let's
Roll an
let's
alert
see if I
religion.
do.
Yes.
Hey, 20.
You do recognize Ilmater. It's a humble shrine. So let's see. If people believe their suffering is worthy, they are less likely. So basically, Ilmater is the god of suffering. All of their priests are like take vows of poverty and vows of service. You know, the zealots of Ilmater will like do the self whipping thing, and like yeah, they're all about. It's literally the god of suffering, like pretty much.
Does it seem like a place that we would want to make a donation to?
Of all the locations that you have come across, yeah, probably. Let's see. He's the god of those who suffered, the oppressed, and the persecuted, who offered them relief and support, encouraged them to endure, and who encouraged others to help them, to take their burdens or take their places. He was called the crying god, the broken god, the Lord on the rack, and the one who endures.
So I would relay this to Jag and then say, I believe that this may be what you were looking for, if you're looking for an opportunity to do the most good in the city.
Always looking for an opportunity to do the most good. Sounds like the best place. And I think we should make our way there. Unless Robin wants to split and she can start her search and we can meet back up with her.
Well, Robin, what say you?
You're muted.
Sorry. I will head to the House of Wonders.
Okay. Now, while I was researching that information, I realized that the unrolling scroll would be better than the Hall of Wonders. Hall of Wonders is the church for the god Gond, who is the religious of those that create. So, like, there's going to be like lots of clockwork there, and so on and so forth. The unrolling scroll would be more what you would be looking for, books of knowledge.
I'm gonna head toward the unrolling scroll.
Okay. You, fortunately, are the only one in the group that actually have the brass badge given to you by Captain Zodge that allows you access between Lower City and Upper City. The other two members of the party don't even have that. One of them got escorted by the Grey Waivers, and the other one got captured and was taken prisoner there, so didn't get in through traditional means. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Jag and Chance. You guys are going to make your way over to the Shrine of Suffering. So the Shrine of Suffering is located here in Heapside.
Perfect.
It's uno momento while I look this up. I don't have a picture of this particular place.
Imaginations are a great thing.
Exactly.
Imagination.
The simple stone shrine to Illuminator, the god of martyrs and patient endurance, stands in a small, quiet square. The edges of its plaza thick with the pallets and meager belongings of the lower city's homeless population. Here, poor Baldarians can come to receive free meals and enough coppers to pay their way through the city's gates, thanks to the administration of Brother Hodges, a male strong-heart halfling priest. He and his two adult children, Hansen and Sisa, can inevitably be found here chatting with the city's downtrodden, offering what healing and alms they can. The church's only source of non-donation income is a twisting series of crypts that extends down from the entrance behind the altar. And for a small fee, anyone can have a corpse brought down into the cramped tomb. Awesome. So this is how where the city gets rid of like its dead. But yeah, you see three halflings kind of like walking through like hundreds of just like homeless Baldarians heaped in this massive square.
Is there a line where they are administering healing?
Looking around, they seem to be more going from like place to place. Doesn't seem like there's a line of people. Like there's little pallets just kind of set up, and you could see, you know, people going through between them.
Does it look like we can get the cart like and horses to them, or like is like this crowd of people blocking?
There is a main thoroughfare through the crowd of people towards the actual shrine itself. Over near the shrine, you could make out several like robed figures that seem to be like coordinating other robed figures amongst.
I want to lead the cart to them.
Okay.
The horses. I want to lead the horses to lead the cart to them.
Male, strong heart, halfling standing there, kind of looks up. He's got like blood stains all over his hands. He looks up at you.
Yeah.
Dear Ilmater, has my time come?
No.
Oh.
I never seek harm on those who wish to help people in need.
Well, that is the crying God's way. How can I help you?
I have a cart full of goods that we wish to donate to people in need, and we've been told that bringing it to you is the best place to do that.
Oh, for sure. That would be fantastic. I really, wow. Like everything on the cart?
I need to go through. I do have some stuff that we plan to keep for ourselves on here, but we have some meat, some flour, spices.
There goes James again.
quite a bit to feed a lot. We do have some gold donation as well.
Oh,
We do
wow.
plan to keep what we can keep, but we do plan to donate the majority of it.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. That would be fantastic. Wow, that's so great. Listen, you can. Would you mind maybe helping unload a bit? There's only like a few of us here and all these people. You could just
I'm gonna like
unload.
look at these giant sacks of flour and
Yeah.
like this halfling who's like the size of barely bigger than it. I'll be like, let me know where you want it.
If you could just put it all, and he like indicates an area next to the shrine itself. He's like, if you could put it here, we will distribute it for you. Ilmater bless you. And he begins to pray for a few minutes. At that, I'm gonna go ahead and say that let's take our break now because your DM chugged Dr. Pepper and needs to use the potty. So.
You are
That's a
good.
valid reason.
Yeah.
I gotta remember, Rachel. Were we donating like all of the gold? I mean, we were. I imagine keeping some of it, so we have funds for ourselves. But
While you guys figure that out, we're gonna
Yeah.
pause the recording and we'll come
Yes.
back in a few minutes. So no time will pass for you guys at home, but we're gonna take a break and do what we need to do. So you guys figure out how you're gonna split that up, and we'll be back in just a minute. So just like that, no time passed for you guys at home. Appreciate the potty break there. So the halfling there in front of you, Brother Hodges, as you're unloading the wagon, he puts his hands together. Dill, Ilmater, please bless these two that have brought such wonderful sacrifices to us. He puts his hands out like this, and you see two small things begin to form in the palm of his hands. One seems to be skinny at the end and sort of elongate in the middle, and then finally come together. And then the other one seems to be in the shape of a small hand, and he's like, Ilmater has blessed your gifts with gifts of his own. He extends the one that looks like it's the shape of an eyeball towards Chance. This is a charm of dark vision. This charm allows you to cast the dark vision spell as an action. No components required. Once you use it 3 times, the charm goes away.
I take it gratefully, and I thank Ilmator for this blessing he's bestowed upon us. And in return, I offer for the evening to assist with any healing needs that the church might need.
We have many who are in need. Please feel free to move amongst them and perform your healing, as it were. And
that's how I'll spend the next few hours.
And for you, Ilmater has given the charm of heroism. This charm allows you to give yourself the benefit of a potion of heroism as an action. Once you do so, the charm vanishes from you.
I'll take it. Is it like on a necklace or anything? Is it
It's
just
just a little. It's a little fist shape. It's a charm that you could even hang off of like a necklace or
Okay,
or a thing.
I'll like put it in a bag. I'll probably find a neck. I don't have any like chain or anything to make a necklace or bracelet out of at the moment.
So for your knowledge, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the potion of heroism.
Look it up real quick. Potion of heroism 5e.
Yeah, what it allows you to do essentially is to, after drinking it, 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of a bless spell. No concentration required. So you have an hour of the bless spell and 10 temporary hit points.
I'll save that. I'll once I get done offloading any of the food supplies, underneath reveal chests, and I will set down the first three. Correct, Rachel? Have 100 gold in it. One, two,
Yes.
uh,
2, 3, 4, but yeah.
2, 3, 4. So I'll set down 3 chests that each contain 100 gold. And then the other ones are contain platinum, which I will stick into my gold pouch, and 20 gems, correct? On the last one?
I'm gonna keep those chests because that's too much to put in a pouch. It's essentially 200 platinum and 8 gemstones.
Hey, how big is a platinum piece? Should be able to fit that in a pouch.
Not 200 of them.
I mean, I could fit 200. I may have 200 pennies in my pocket, but let's do it.
That's fine.
Anyway.
It seems that Ilmater has blessed your sacrifice with some charms, which is a cool thing that Dungeon Master can reward the players with. So you both got what I believe is a charm that will help your character.
I just don't want to have to worry about the
Absolutely.
cart anymore. I want to keep the horses, but kind of.
Well, we're about to go on a 5-day journey. Cart
I
might
want the
be
cart
helpful.
too.
Cart would be
and
super
then-
helpful on a 5-day journey.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't plan to get rid of the cart.
And then I'll just kind of, once I'm done unloading, I will sit up in the cart and wait for Chance to be done with his healing, and we can start making our way to Baldur's Gate.
Okay. You guys are going to spend the evening, it sounds like, for the most part, doing as much healing and like patching up as you possibly can.
For visual sake, you would see that while I'm doing laying on of hands and healing people, that the symbol of Palor on my ring would have the light cantrip constantly active, giving off the glow of sunlight as I'm healing people.
Awesome. That's pretty cool right there. Let's see. So, let's put Chance and Jag on hold, and let's go pick up with Robin in the upper city, heading towards the Unrolling Scroll.
What's up?
The Unrolling
Yes.
Scroll located here in Upper City. Built of white marble with an arched roof of vibrant red, edged in gold leaf, the Temple of Ogma stands out among the surrounding buildings. A wide reflecting pool rests in a deep basin under its roof, which is built with exceptional acoustics so that a speaker's words project clearly and effortlessly across the assembled audience. This had made the shrine a popular place for weddings, dedication ceremonies, and other oaths. So...
Okay. All right.
You can find yourself a priest there. I don't have a particular
Great.
name of any priest of this particular place. So,
Hector.
sure, Hector sounds like a great name. Hector will see you. Yes, how can I
Wonderful.
help?
I seek a book. One that is very difficult to find. It's not likely to be on many shelves.
Any particular subject?
That is a good question. What would I ask about?
What do you plan on doing with the book? Since you
Well, we're planning to go to Candlekeep.
Oh, Oh, well, do you currently have any books?
No,
You do.
I don't know.
Apocalypto was a book that was picked up in the
Oh.
Vanthampur Villa?
Yes, but Luca has that.
Luca has that. Okay.
I wrote down he took that.
Okay.
I have Cortana's prayer book. Actually,
Okay.
I
That
don't
would
know
be
if I want
honoring
to.
to her to have that in Candlekeep.
What's that?
That would be honoring to her to have that.
I know. I'm kind of thinking it would be. So there is that.
So,
Um,
do you have a book?
I think I might actually.
If you require access to Candlekeep, I can check to see if it is a book that they have already in their library.
I will produce Cortana's prayer book.
Okay.
And show it to her.
She takes Hector
Sorry.
takes the book between his two hands, kind of holds it for just a moment, shuts his eyes, and begins a small prayer. Yes, this is a book that will allow you access to Candlekeep. They do not have a book of this nature in their library.
Oh. Fancy. Okay. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Is there any other tasks that I can assist you with?
This artifact relic that I came upon, and I'd like to know more about it.
Are you gonna?
And I will show him the puzzle box.
Curious. There. Do you know its origin?
Only that it was trading hands between cultists and devil worshippers, people that worked with those of the hells for their own benefit.
Well, we have a large section of the library dedicated to the Nine Hells here, but if you're going to Candlekeep, I happen to know that there is an expert there, as well as they have a few more books than we have, but you're welcome to take a look at what we do have.
I just want to have a good idea about it before I go handing it to someone who's an expert.
Absolutely. Please follow me. Kind of takes you to some back buildings and down a few flights of stairs into an underground area lit with torches, but kind of cool. Opens up into a large columned hall, and in this hall are like 20-foot tall bookshelves lining left and right. It's kind of like walks you through some areas. There's bookshelves containing scrolls. You'll see occasional work tables put aside here and there. You'll see some scholars, flipping through these particular tomes and everything like that. Finally stops in a section and indicates a shelf, probably 40 feet long by about 20 feet high, and indicates to the left and right. This would be most of the information on the Infernals and the Nine Hells. You can clearly see anywhere between 300 and 400 books and scrolls.
Great. Is there anything on demonic relics or artifacts?
Oh.
That would narrow it down.
I'm not too familiar with this particular section, but this here pulls out a large tome, brings it over to a table, and ka-thunk, sets it down. It's, a book about that thick,
Right.
by about that wide, and says, "This is a catalog of all of the works that are on the shelves."
Great.
And
Thank you. Very helpful.
Go ahead and leave. Would you like to peruse the index?
Yeah.
All right. I would like you to roll an investigation, please. And give me a time frame on how long you want to spend.
I mean, it wasn't that late in the day, so...
Okay.
A few hours. Trying to find what I can about whether there's books or scrolls on that.
Okay. You do find, fairly early into the book, a book titled Bleeding in Technology. Seems to be, what brief description is given: using blood to manufacture items in the Nine Hells.
Cool. So does it tell me where that book is?
It does tell you where. Do you want to go check out that book?
Yes, sorry, I was making a
No,
note.
no worries.
I do want to go check out that book for sure.
Okay. You go over and you check out the book, pull it down off the shelf, and take it back to the table itself. Go ahead and let's give me another investigation roll.
I'm really good at this skill, by the way. Yeah.
Your at first glance, this particular book seems to be more very specific in rituals that involve blood and the fusing of that blood into anything that might be used to summon demons. Most of it is seems to be like ravings of a madman, like dreams that this
Awesome.
particular person had, or just guesses that this person had. Doesn't seem to be like anything factual based. Doesn't seem to have anything specific about boxes or books. Do you want to continue trying to see if there's any information you can glean from this particular book?
I'll flip through a few more pages.
Okay, go ahead and do one more investigation for me. The one thing that you take away from this book would be the reference over and over again of a metal called infernal iron. This is a metal that can only be found in the Nine Hells. It is described as a blacker iron.
Are there descriptions of it? Its appearance?
Of infernal iron itself?
Or is there like an artist's rendering of it or something?
This book has no drawings in it.
Okay.
It seems to contain more of objects made with infernal iron, cured in blood, objects that were maybe forged with blood, or like the effects of blood on infernal iron seems to suspect that there might be some benefit to that sort of thing. It's just
Can I go?
you can get just the infernal iron seems to be a metal that this book references.
Can I go back to the book Hector gave me.
Okay.
And look for something about infernal iron to
Okay.
see if I can
Yeah. Roll.
learn what that is.
Go ahead and roll an investigation for me. Scrolling through the book itself, the one thing that potentially stands out to you would be achievement of fire. Forging of infernal iron.
Okay. Take another look and see if there's any other books on it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god.
You've been down here for a couple of hours. You know, in all honesty, you're looking and looking and looking. You find a book called Blacksmiths with Pride. Could potentially have something to do with it. Robots of the Eternal. You see another reference to infernal iron and constructions of metal soldiers that would potentially have souls infused on them. You think that's complete nonsense and you turn past it. No Warforged.
I want to look at the first one you listed.
Okay. Alright, just go over to the shelf, grab the book. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Jeez.
You know, flipping through this book, you kind of get the feeling that this particular book isn't going to have anything related to your puzzle box. This seems to be more like the passage that you can pick out right away that seems to lead you astray would be infernal war machines.
Okay. But are there descriptions of the metal or pictures of it in this book?
In this book, there does not appear to be any pictures, no.
Okay. I'm just wondering if my search for Nottingham and what he took, if that was something made of this material.
Okay. Do you want to check the big book one more time?
Yeah.
Alright.
Apparently I'm over it.
Yeah, well, you know, you realize you haven't eaten yet. And so you take and you kind of sit back, a little frustrated, push the books away from you, and you casually...
Pull out,
Go ahead.
pull out some of the jerky I've got.
Okay.
I have 10 days worth of jerky,
Oh.
basically. So I'm gonna munch on some of that.
Flipping through this great big huge index, I want you to roll a D100.
Oh boy. Roll a...
Percentage dice, if you can.
Where... Oh. On the dice chart, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You're munching on the last of your jerky, kind of thumbing through it, and the book kind of like falls open, and a piece of jerky like lands on your lap. So you have to reach down and grab the piece of jerky, and like as you go to put it in your mouth, you realize that some crumbs have gotten on the book. So you kind of brush them off the book, and right there, just barely smudged by some of the grease from the jerky. Creations in infernal iron.
I'm going after that book.
Okay. You realize that this is not a book. This seems to be a few scrolls themselves.
That might be more promising. Hopefully.
You go ahead and pull these scrolls down. They're on a top shelf, so it takes a little bit of climbing to get to them. Pull them down, set them down on the table, and unroll them. The first page you unroll shows what appears to be a construct of some sort. It's triangle shaped, but it's long. It's kind of fat at the top, and it gets really skinny down here, and you can see that there's a little person standing next to it, and there's some notes scribbled in like really bad handwriting. It's like to scale. Flying fortress made of infernal iron.
Wow.
Set that scroll aside and pick up another one. You can see what appears to be this vehicle that has a massive claw hanging off the back of it and two huge wheels at the front of it, and it's got this armor plating all over it, and it's got some more writing in it. This writing is in infernal, and this says blueprints for an infernal war machine.
Wow. Huh.
That's
terrifying.
This is known as a scavenger. There's notes written on this one. Handles like a small bus and is used to sift through battlefield ditterus for scrap metal and other materials worth salvaging. Attached to the back of the vehicle is a swinging crane with an iron grappling claw, fastened to a winch at the end of a 50-foot long chain.
Interesting.
As you slide that picture aside, a small piece of paper flutters out and shifts and floats down to the ground.
Does it say as I reach down?
You pick it up, and it got a small circular picture on it.
Oh. What kind of small circular picture?
Looks to be a coin.
Do I recognize it?
You do recognize it. It is what appears to be an item that was taken from you.
Does it say what it is?
It's called a soul coin.
That sounds ominous. Bum bum bum.
Soul coins are about 5 inches across and about an inch thick, minted from infernal iron. Each coin weighs 1/3 of a pound and is inscribed with infernal writing and a spell that magically binds a single soul to the coin. To hold a soul coin is to feel the soul bound within it, overcome with rage or fraught with despair.
What?
There is a note that seems to be scribbled off to the side. Roll.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on your intelligence. Just regular intelligence.
Regular intelligence. Not my best skill.
Okay.
Yeah.
The language is not one you speak.
Oh. Okay. I want to keep this note.
Nobody's around in the library.
going to put it in a pouch.
Okay.
And I'm going to whisper a prayer to Seraphina that I promise to return it.
Okay.
Because I want to figure out what language it is. See. I still don't know what the puzzle box is. Was that all the scrolls?
Just a couple more there. As you're going through them, you do find a piece of paper that has a square box on it. Next to that square box, you realize that there's what appears to be plates, and the plates seem to be like chained together. There seems to be about 5 plates. Next to it, you see what looks to be a skull of some sort of a creature. And next to it, it says Infernal Puzzle Box. Known to hold contracts from the infernal denizens. Other contracts can be written and hidden on linked plates, bones, or skulls.
Huh.
Usually when a devil and a mortal make a deal. James, to answer your question, yes, absolutely. But unfortunately, you spent the evening helping heal people, so.
Tomorrow's a new day.
That's right. That's right. Excuse me.
So it could very well have the contract in it. Doesn't say... Obviously probably doesn't say how to open it.
No.
Okay. I didn't figure, but, you know, I'll be thorough.
Go ahead and roll one more investigation for me.
Ow.
Each box is immune to all damage. Each one has a unique way of opening it.
I will make sure I put everything back.
Okay.
And then leave to meet up. I think that's all I'm going to find out about it.
Okay. Where were you going to go meet them at?
I think we said the gate. We'd meet back in the area near the gate, not like at the gate.
As
the
night
main thoroughfare.
As night is falling in Baldur's Gate, Chance and Jag, you spent most of the evening kind of hanging out. Jag, you just took a cat nap in the sun, the setting sun. Chance, spent most of the evening cleaning after sick and wounded. I mean, finally, Jag, you got to the point where like you had to go get Chance because like you realized he could probably spend like the next couple of days here. You know, he looks like he's about ready to fall over from exhaustion as is. In fact, Chance, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, he would. Load. There we go. Constitution. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So you're fine.
Woohoo!
You're like I could give more. I could.
Just grab him.
Yeah.
Robin is waiting.
All right. Just promise me that at some point we can come back and heal the rest.
Listen.
However many
so
there
much
are.
Work. We've done our part here,
Hey.
but there's more work to be done. That others.
Halor's light is infinite.
Others can't do that we can do.
Jag is like driving the cart away. Just like
I got like the reins in one hand, and I'm like
Yeah.
fully.
He's all like, "No, promise me," and he's all like, "We're getting the heck out of here." Nice. Robin, it takes probably better part of an hour after when your friends said that they would meet you before they come rolling up to the gate itself.
Awesome.
So you've been waiting for
Have I-
an hour here.
Well, since I've been standing around this street, is there an inn?
There are
On this
some
stretch.
inns in the stretch.
I have a horse stable. Not just any inn.
Yeah, one with a stable that we can store the cart in.
Hold on just a second. It's not what I typed. I swear it's not what I typed. Uno momento.
Por favor. So may I have some more?
Yeah. Alright, there we go. No, it's not working. Why is it not working?
Because you touched it.
We're gonna go with... What in the world? The Healthy Troubadour. Happens to have an inn with some stables located right there in the steeps. It'll cost you approximately a whopping 7 gold pieces for all of your rooms, meals for the night, as well as stabling your horses, feeding them, and holding onto your wagon to make sure that it doesn't get stolen.
How about 70 silver?
The proprietor will accept that.
For those who remember my unable to count last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty great.
1 gold or 10 silver. Okay.
Yes, please.
It's all good. It's all good. But yes, you can find a place for the night.
All right.
You guys want to take a long rest? Anything else you want to do tonight before?
Before our characters hit the hay, once we're in the safety of our rooms, I would like to head over to Chance's room to have him perform a favor that we discussed.
Ah, yes. So, do you knock on my door or just rudely barge in like a typical cat?
No, I knock.
Who is it?
It's me.
Me who?
Jack.
Ah, I'm just joshing ya. Come in.
Wait, did you say come in or come in?
A little bit of both.
I come for the thing we discussed earlier.
Ah, yes. You got the shield on you?
I do.
All right. I would take a moment and I pull out a piece of chalk and this time get a little more elaborate and I draw my runes on the floor and I pull out the last half of that pearl necklace. Place your shield in the center.
Set it down.
I light up my ring of Palor and I start chanting a prayer and a few moments pass and what do we find out? Voice in the sky.
Well, you find out some interesting pieces of information. I'm going to try to send it to... hold on a second.
Let me tell you, this shield said a few things about the slaves that we freed that really made me question it.
The shield speaks to you?
It does. It said it's a angelic being, but then he talked about the slaves deserve to be in the cages when we freed the slaves, and it doesn't sound very angelic to me.
Maybe
But
a fallen diva?
I don't know, but
Would a religion or a history check when he's talking about an angelic being being in favor of slavery? Would either of those help at this point while I'm doing the
You can do
the
one. I did send you a message in Roll20.
Oh, you did you?
You can also.
Interesting. Would this be particularly disturbing to Chance as a follower of Paylor?
That's up to you.
All right. As I finish up the identity spell, would
Identify.
I get any resistance from the object?
Unfortunately, the object cannot resist that.
Perfect. Well, Jag, I have good news and disturbing news. Which would you like me to start with?
the good news.
Good news is the shield is celestial in nature. Would you like to hear more?
And yes, that's why I came here.
Well, in celestial in nature, from what I can tell, it serves as a prison for Gargoth, a pit fiend. His mortal followers revered it as a god, but that disturbing face we spoke of earlier, it appears that over time, Gargoth's fiendish nature has managed to warp the shield, corrupting the appearance of its celestial nature.
Is he mean? Are you able? Do
Did you ask if
what
he's
your
mean?
religion is? He somebody we want to be an ally with? With your knowledge deeper about the goods and evils of fiends and angels, and not something
May I
I
religion check that?
You may religion check that. Alright, Peyton, you have an updated Shield of the Hidden Lord now in your journal. The information that he just gave you, along with its full abilities and the sentience behind it.
With my religion check, what I'm trying to discern specifically is if we should be concerned that Gargoth's evil has seeped through the shield in more ways than just appearance. Can it corrupt its bearer?
Okay. You would know that. Hold on a second. Let me.
I would know to hold on.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Message sent to you in roll 20.
Jag, I feel it prudent to tell you that Gargoth has been in the shield clearly long enough to twist and manipulate its physical nature, and that being the case, I believe that it may try to persuade you or whomever wields him to follow in his nature. I would tread lightly wielding such a twisted item.
Well, that is a bit of a dilemma. If he's a fiend and lied to us, then not necessarily somebody I want to ally ourselves with. But again, as you mentioned, he might try to corrupt any bearer who chooses to hold him. And I don't know where we could keep him to prevent his evil nature from corrupting people.
Can I ask, have you been plagued or troubled by any dreams, visions, or whisperings from within the shield?
Not yet. I mean, said some creepy things. Like I said, he said he was of good nature, and that he wanted to help people in need. But over our journey, he's definitely let slip that is not truly who he is.
Well,
And
it
that is why
concerns me.
I had you perform the actions you did.
I'm glad you did. It concerns me that that Gargoth is capable of communing with you, that your bond has gotten to that point.
Well, he can commune with anybody, not just me. He has communed with the other members of our party. He doesn't like you, and I can see why. Not that I don't like you, but you are in contradiction to his nature.
Part of DM, part of I don't like him either. And on that note, though, part of Palor's lore is his paladins tend to want to convert fiends and demons because they are fallen out of Palor's favor in nature, and Palor would like them to be brought back. Would I be able to discern if there's any way to purify, purge, or otherwise convert said fiend?
Go ahead and roll a religion check for me, please.
Might I have another moment with the shield, Jag?
Ah, yes. There we go.
You would know that through Palor's light, that a being as powerful as a god could just touch the shield and say its name, and he would be destroyed or released from this particular shield. You know that
sounds awful.
Yeah.
Well, if released, you know that he would return immediately to the Nine Hells. Which he might be able to influence people eventually, like some of the demons and archdevils in the Hells are able to do. His influence would eventually grow. Currently, he is
But-
trapped. You would also know that certain spells potentially cast by a solar, a planetar, or archdevil would automatically free him.
I see.
There is a very minute, minuscule, not zero, but close chance that potentially casting Dispel Good and Evil on the shield would free him.
Well, we don't want to free him.
I don't want to free him, but
I want to destroy him.
I'd like, if you would, to maybe have the shield stay in my room tonight and allow me to pray on it so that in the morning I might be able to ask a favor of Palor himself. Do you want to destroy the fiend trapped within so it can't corrupt anyone else? Or do you want to keep it imprisoned? That way it might not make its way back into the hells.
It's a tough call. Well, I would like him destroyed so he can't corrupt people. I would hate for the chance that he is released and able to also corrupt people but not be trapped while doing it. Maybe I will hold on to it, and maybe you can get some guidance from Paylor on what is the best action, and we can continue from there.
Understood. Then I will pray on it while I rest for the night. And I hand you back the shield.
I'll head back to my room.
It doesn't say anything to me when I pick it up off the floor and hand it to him, does it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
He don't
It's a
like me.
Stone cold. It's a shield. This shield talks? What?
Hi. I'll head back to my room.
For clarification on identify, it doesn't use up the pearls.
Yes, I know.
And okay.
Yeah.
James said he used the other
Oh.
half of the necklace, and so that's why I was like, it's still a whole necklace.
Yeah, it doesn't actually consume it.
Sweet. That's what happens when you read your spells.
You have access to that already, James?
What?
The thing that you sent me via
I would have to, yes, it's in my level that I could use,
Okay.
but I would have to rest for the night and swap it out for something else.
Okay. Let me
You
look
know, like paladins do.
up. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, where do you have access to that? Because I thought that was a cleric's thing.
It would be under first level paladin.
Oh,
It's an
spells?
evocation bonus. Yeah.
Gotcha. Spells itself. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me look at that.
I'm not sure if it could be used in that way, but I'm thinking it's
Okay.
worth a shot.
Well, you'll have to tell me
If
whether
it can
or
be
not...
used for RP instead of just battle. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Alright. What, let's see. Anything else that the party wants to do before we wrap up the night?
I want to take another look at that note and
okay.
see if I can discern the scribbling that was on it
Okay.
again.
Go ahead and, again, roll an intelligence with no modifier. Something about the way the script is written makes you think of the element of fire.
Okay.
I suppose I should check this just to make sure, but I'm fairly certain. Yep. Okay. It's yeah, almost a primal sort of language. All right. At that, I'm going to go ahead and say that the party falls asleep in the night. Everyone in the party can feel free to gain the benefits of a long rest. Before we go into any sort of role play or anything like that, James, if you want to change Chance's spells out, now would be a good time to do it before we get into any sort of role play with things that might transpire there. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anything that you get back on a long rest would come back. I don't believe you've used any charges on the shield.
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so. And no charges on the pipes, right?
No.
Okay, good. In that case, then, evening falls and night dawns.
So I'm not sure how to change it on this sheet, but DM, I would like to say that I swapped out Cure Wounds for the night for Divine Favor.
Okay, so let me go ahead and... So what's going to happen on your character sheet is I'm going to take the little red dot out of Cure Wounds, so you no longer have it prepared, but it will stay on your sheet. Okay, and then
Perfect.
I'm going to go ahead and drop in the spell Divine Favor and put the red dot on it. And there you go. You just swapped it out.
Woohoo! That was quick.
So anytime you want to change spells on your character sheet like that, James, you can... The red ones are prepared and the white circles are not prepared. So like you could just click on the circle and that gives you an idea.
Sweet. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Morning comes and the characters wake up to a fresh early morning.
So
Once I'm up and moving.
Oh.
Yeah.
When I'm up and moving, I want to go knock on the priest's door.
You don't have a priest.
The paladin, okay?
Okay.
So to me, he's the priest of Paylor.
Okay. That's fair. It's 100% fair.
Aaron.
Got it. Yeah. All right. So you knock on Chance's door. He comes to his door.
I just open it. Good morning, Robin. What can I do you for?
I want to ask you if you recognize the language. And I want to show him the scribbles, markings, I guess would be the better word, on the sheet.
Chance, you happen, by chance, to speak Primordial, do you not?
I sure do.
It is the fire elemental version of the language Primordial.
Okay, so looking at it, is it just like words, like how you said the one thing was sort of just stacked, or is it actually script to be read a certain way?
It is script.
Okay.
To be read a certain way. And it says in Primordial, do you want me to type it to you or do you want to read it out loud? Or you want me to read
I
it out
wanted
loud?
to do an insight check to see if this is something that I should even say out loud or if it should remain written.
Okay.
As a sage, I know some things said out loud from other languages can be
Okay. Go ahead and roll your insight check then.
painful.
Yeah, no doubt, because you could invoke some random magic.
Hey!
Your sage background would tell you that this particular passage here seems to be more like a warning label about the item. You don't think that anything's going to happen by reading it out loud or even telling
Alright.
her what it means.
Alright, let's go ahead and read it.
To hold a soul coin is to feel the soul bound within it, overcome with rage or fraught with despair. An evil creature can carry as many soul coins as it wishes. A non-evil creature can carry a number of soul coins that only... I'm trying to think of a creative way to say this. The weight is only what you can bear. You can only carry equal to your Constitution modifier without penalty.
Okay.
So, and it seems to be just this warning in primordial fire.
Well, there you have it.
Thank you. I just had hoped you could help me identify it. That was perfect. Thank you. That's helpful.
Might I ask where you found this text?
It's information I gathered at the... What was it? The Unrolling Scroll.
See.
Doing research on the puzzle box, which I also found some information on.
Good or bad?
Necessarily. Confirms what we were told about its contents, potentially. So I don't
Yeah, I
think
take that
it's...
to be good news.
I don't think it's a danger to anyone to open it, which is what I was concerned with.
So there is a drawing on the piece of paper, James.
Mhm.
This is what you will see.
Ooh, fantastic.
That is the picture that's on the piece of paper.
Okay. And the symbol on that image, is that also of the fire primordial language, or?
No, you would recognize it as infernal in nature, but it doesn't
Okay.
say anything specific.
Okay.
It does say that there's a unique way to open each puzzle box. And each box is immune to all damage. Typically, the box holds a contract, which is when a devil and a mortal make a deal. So, at least that much is likely true. It may have information about what happened to El Tyrell.
As you guys are standing there talking, a female kind of comes up the stairs towards you. Oh, thank the heavens, I have finally found you. You guys recognize Rhea Mantlemore.
At this point, I want to like open the door to come out of my room.
Oh, you still travel with him?
Are you still upset?
Not nearly as much as I was. I came because I thought maybe we could mend our fences, and if you were planning on looking any further into things, I was hoping I could travel with you. There's nothing left for me here.
And I'll turn and show her the puzzle box.
What's that?
Potentially has information that might prove that we were wrong about Fabius Creek.
Well, you guys were wrong. I was right.
That's what I just said to her.
Well,
I'm talking.
Jag was clarifying that you were wrong. I was not.
Oh. Well, I've done some soul searching over the last day or so, and if Thavius did condemn El Terrell and all of the souls there within, I want to do whatever I possibly can to help them and to make it right. So, if this is where my path leads me, then this is where my path leads me. I just want to go with you. Who is this?
Happy to have you.
I'll turn to her. Well, I am not sorry about the punishment I cast upon him. I am sorry that you did not get the answers you wanted before his death.
That is very refreshing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so, Chance, you see a teenage female, chainmail, longsword at her side. She kind of turns and looks towards you, and I don't recognize you. My name is Rhea Mantlemorn.
And I'm Chance Oakart, and I am new to this group. Yeah,
Oh.
they're an odd bunch, but it
Yes.
seems they're very effective at what they do.
There is that. Where's Luca?
He said he had to check in with his employer, whatever that means.
Oh, well, he is an occult investigator, and maybe he's got another case to take.
Perhaps. Now, you mentioned there's nothing left for you here, and you're looking for another chance.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. And your name is Chance?
Can I insight check her on if she's sincere
Yeah,
in what she's wanting?
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Sure, why not? Because, my insight rolls have been fantastic.
Yeah, they actually have been. The first thing you notice...
Not that time!
The first thing you notice is the slightly rose-colored cheeks as, like, you were locking eyes with her, and her face begins to flush a bit.
Ah. Well, Rhea, have you heard of Palor, my lord and savior?
Yes. Yes, I have. I'm a follower of Lathander.
Ah, Palor and Lathander get along great.
They absolutely, they do. We could definitely talk stories of our gods if we'll be traveling together. I would like that very much.
I relish the thought. Well, Jag, Robin, shall she accompany us?
I already said I'd be happy to have her.
Everybody in the party just
Jag.
kind of looks at Jag.
I believe that we are able to get along. I have no ill will towards you, and I understand our differences.
Well, surely you all won't be leaving without Luca.
Luca is Luca. I imagine he will have no problem catching right up.
Oh, okay. If you
His
insist.
employer seems to always know what's going on and seems to have eyes everywhere. So I imagine his employer will be able.
I
Just
wonder who
saying,
he works
Chance is
for.
rather concerned by that.
That is a good question, but
Huh.
he doesn't want to seem to divulge. And as long as
I heard of these people. When things go thump, um, sometimes if you're not sure who to call,
Ghostbusters.
no, that wasn't Ghostbusters. It was Cult Busters.
Oh,
Maybe he works for them.
Could be.
Who knows?
But we have to check in with Captain Zodge, and we should probably pick up some supplies before we head out. So,
Yeah, that sounds like what sort of supplies would you be looking for?
well, I'd like to pick up some more arrows.
Oh yeah, of course. Just to check, Dungeon Master's side of the house, Robin, you have the Tressum Slobber Chops in your journal, right? You should be able to access the character sheet for that particular creature.
I believe I can, yes. I could last week, so.
And
Yep.
Chance, you have in your journal, you should have your companion that has not been introduced yet.
Correct. Well, I suppose if we're getting ready to leave, I should feed Tuffy, and so I would just sort of wave my hand, and this little black rabbit with golden blonde fur on his chest in the shape of Palor's son would just appear, and I bend down and I just give him a little nibble of some rations that I pull out of my pocket, and just, good boy.
So, there's a rabbit and a winged cat? What have you guys been up to?
Oh, Tuffy's been with me from the get-go. He's always there when I need him.
Wow.
And with that, and he disappears.
Well, that's strange.
And I'll just point
Anybody
down
with
at
a hat?
Marion.
oh
Nice.
no. Okay. Well, should we start our journey? We got a long road ahead. Oh, you needed arrows, didn't you say, Robin?
Yeah, and we
I
need
need
to.
a chain myself. Maybe they'll have a nice chain I can buy.
So let's go find a market.
The Wide here in the city is the largest open air marketplace. Hundreds of stalls and so on and so forth. Requires you getting through into Upper City. You guys do know about Sorceress Sundries, which happens to be a shop for magic items. There's also Eastway Expeditions for those of you heading outside of town. You could potentially head there, along with a few dozen merchants between you and those particular establishments. Anything specific that you're looking for besides arrows and a chain?
I'd be looking for not a full-size book, but just like a little blank notebook so I can start making notes on our adventure, because I want to eventually write a
Harrowing
almost
tale.
like a biography about my travels.
You can find a fairly nice leather-bound book. It will cost you approximately 5 silver pieces.
Yeah, I can't afford the only other thing I'm looking for, so.
It
I am
contains
marking.
approximately 75 pages, we'll say.
Perfect. Marked off the 5 and added
Exactly
that.
what are you looking for, Jag, that you cannot afford?
Somebody who can enchant my sword to be a magical greatsword. But I doubt I have the money for that, so.
Nor the time right now, really, if you're planning on leaving today.
Yeah.
Really the thing. So you can make your way towards Eastway Expeditions.
Yes.
Okay.
While we're traveling, I want to pull out the sending stone
All right.
and ask Zodge if I can meet him today.
Send the message via the sending stone. It takes about 10 minutes of travel for you to get a response back. The response does come back. Yeah, I can meet you. Can ya be at the headquarters of the Flaming Fist near Eastway and the Basilisk Gate?
Yes. When?
2 hours time.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to it. So you guys make your way to Eastway Expeditions. In Eastway Expeditions, they have access to everything in the adventuring gear section of the player's handbook at reasonable discount prices.
Do they have a just like a metal chain that I could put my charm on that I got?
Oh, like a jewelry
As a
chain? Are you looking
yeah, like
for
a
fancy jewelry, or are you just looking for plain?
between like something nice, but like just um like like a gold style chain, that's like just really nice links.
Oh yes. I have this here
Something like
chain. This one is fabulous. It's got 14 karat gold. It's sort of a knotwork style braid. This one will cost you 5 gold pieces.
so is
I
this
do
one?
have this one over here. This one's 24 karat gold. It's a little more expensive and it's a little more delicate. See how finely woven this is? This comes from the Elven Empire of Ilmavar. This one will run you 25 gold pieces. But it is said to rumored that the clasp will never come undone of its own will.
Hold on one second. Let me show you the type I want, and you can tell me the price it's gonna be. Yeah.
So are we in the magical shop or the shop of regular goods?
The shop of regular goods. Eastway Expedition. Sorcerer's Sundries is another side.
Fantastic. Let me know when Jag is done with his purchases
Something
and leaves the area.
like that. Hello.
Uno momento, por favor. Let me pull this up. If I do it on Discord, then it really messes with the recording. So I got to do it on my phone. So just a minute. Oh yes, a simple knotted bracelet like that. Well, we have one of those in stock. Yes, this is more 10 gold pieces. Sets the... You're muted, so can't hear you.
How much did you say?
10 gold pieces.
Let me make sure I have that. Perfect. I'll take it.
Here you go.
And that's all I needed. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. As Jag leaves the area. Yes. How can I help you today?
This might seem like an odd request, but do you have any yarn? Like a lot of yarn so I can fashion a really big ball of yarn?
Yes, we do sell bulk yarn. Depends on how much you want. We can get you an entire bushel of yarn. It will cost you 25 gold pieces. But keep in mind that's a lot to carry. So do you have a wagon or?
No, I don't need that much yarn. I just need...
Okay.
Oh, and I sort of shape like a 1.5 foot diameter ball, like a good 1.5 foot diameter.
Yeah, I think we could probably accommodate that. Let's go let's say 5 gold pieces, and we can get you that. Do you want it tied off at the end?
I don't need it tied off, but if you could, before my friend gets back, if you could just wrap it in a sack so he can't see what it is.
Oh, not a problem. Absolutely. No problems at all. For 2 copper pieces, we can wrap it in some nice paper and put a bow on it.
Yes, I'd like that. If the yarn is already shaped in a ball, I would like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Takes her about
All right.
5-10 minutes. She comes back. She gives you this 1.5-foot diameter package that's kind of soft, but it's wrapped in this nice white paper, and it's got a red bow kind of crisscrossing it this way and this way, and then there's a big bow on top of it, and she hands it to you.
Fantastic. I'm just sort of gonna attach that to my backpack down low and just tuck it away for later.
Okay.
We're saving that for a later date.
Okay. Anything I can help you with today, ma'am?
Yes. I need about 40 arrows.
Oh, absolutely. We have our regular arrows over here. These run for I believe it's 10 gold pieces or 5 gold pieces.
For 20 arrows, it's 1 gold piece.
Yeah, 1 gold piece for 20
Yeah.
arrows. We also happen to have some silvered arrows.
How much are those?
Those ones will run you 5 gold pieces for 20 arrows.
Okay. So I'd like to get 20 silver. So that's 5.
Yep.
And then 2 regular.
2 regular arrows?
2 regular bundles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you seem to buy 20 of those ones, but only 2 of those ones. Here's
Yeah.
40 arrows and 20 silvered arrows for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay.
Anything else that I can help you with?
I don't think so. We'll stop by again if there is.
You, sir? Anything?
Nope, just the yarn. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. Is there anywhere else you guys wanted to go to before? It's only been about an hour now.
What time of day is it? Still early morning?
Oh. I was way off on that price, Rach. It would cost you 200 gold pieces for 20 silver arrows.
I thought that seemed really cheap.
Yeah.
You're just really good at bargaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked down and there's a paragraph here in the player's handbook.
It would be 200.
It would be 200 for 20.
Damn. Okay. While we're all here, can I just go out to the wagon and grab 2 platinum pieces?
Sure. Not a problem with that.
How much is a
And
platinum?
100
No, it's
or
it's
no,
10.
it's 10.
Right, 10 gold.
10.
Hold on just a second, guys. For some reason, all of Discord is locked on the recording, except for my camera. Weird. Yeah, you guys are all locked in position on the recording. All right, let me work on this here just a second. You guys go ahead. Okay, there's Peyton back. There's Rachel back. And there's James back.
So
Seems to be working. Weird. Sorry about that, everybody at home. The technical difficulties of our recording system.
Nicole.
So 20 platinum
Yes,
would
20
be enough
platinum would be enough.
to do it.
Yes.
Okay. So I will deduct 20 from that.
Okay.
200. Coming out of your share.
Well, yeah. I gotta update this.
Yeah, you can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold pieces. So, if anybody wants to take an opportunity to silver a weapon or anything like that, that's how much it would cost you.
Nope, haven't earned enough yet.
There is party
That'll be
treasure.
later.
There's party
It's
treasure.
true.
We each have 50 platinum.
So that's 500 gold pieces.
Plus this 20.
So that would
No.
be
It's 200 platinum, right? We had.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, yeah. No, you're right.
So between the four of us, that's. I was like, do
So
I
it'd
do
be
that one? And then we
10
have 20,
platinum
20
to silver
gems
that
for
mace?
10 gold each. So that's
Yes, it would be 10
5
or
platinum.
Morning Star.
Yes, to silver your Morning Star would be 10 platinum.
All right. I marked off 10 platinum if you don't mind silvering my Morning Star.
This will take probably 4 hours worth of time.
I look at. Wait, Jag's not there anymore.
No, I'm still in the
Oh.
Eastway expedition.
All right, so
Oh, yeah,
I look at Jag, I give Jag a knowing wink, and I head off in the direction of
a wink? Why are you winking?
that church that we were at before.
Oh.
That he had to drag me away of.
When he winks at me, can I like reach out to like grab him?
Nope.
Wait, let me insight.
Can I do?
Here. Let me see.
Can
if
I do a
understand.
dexterity to get away from that grab?
Hold on.
I want to see if I know what like if I'm gonna pick up on what this wink means.
Okay. I would say that you specifically moved away from him earlier when you walked away from the counter.
I walked away from the counter, but I would be by
And
the
he
door.
was by the counter to give his, weapon over to the proprietor, and would slip out the back door.
He said he walked by me and winked at me.
Well, he gave you a wink. He didn't walk by you.
Oh,
That's true. All right, so I'm gonna
You know
spend
where
whatever
he's going.
duration,
okay.
But,
whatever duration of time, I'm going to go help that church again
Okay.
because there was a lot of suffering people.
Did I overhear that he's gonna take 4 hours?
You did overhear the conversation. That it would take 4 hours to silver his warhammer.
Forgetting that I do have 500 gold worth of platinum pieces of my share of the treasure. Would I know a place in town here, or I guess I could ask, where I could go to see if there's somebody who can chant my great sword to be a magical +1 great sword?
Well, I would recommend more than likely the Mages Guild. They could do that for you. Otherwise, you could check with Sorcerer's Sundries.
Okay. What is closer?
Sorcerer's Sundries. The Mage Guild is located down in Brampton. Or Bloombridge.
So I mean, Sorcerer's Stone's barely out of the way because you gotta kind of go up and around to get down there. So I might as well go to Sorcerer's Sundry first. I'll turn to Robin. Well, it looks like we might be here a bit now. Do you mind if I run to another shop?
No, that's fine. I have to meet up with someone anyway.
You have to meet up with Zoj.
Yes.
Do you have a time and place you'd like to meet?
Back
Back here, 4 hours ish.
here in 4 hours. Back
Okay.
at Eastway Expeditions, because that's probably will change. I'll come back to.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. So.
And at that
Yeah, I
time,
gotta pick up my
it's
Morning Star.
Sorcerer Sundries.
All right. A dome of stained glass roofs this tall, round shop, casting chaotic shafts of color down across several open-air floors that rise upon wooden pillars, connected by staircases and ladders. Let's see. Inside its delicate-looking but magically worded walls, customers can buy and sell all manner of curios and common magic items from the eccentric shopkeeper, Rivlin Blackhand, a human male mage with a withered right hand. Greetings and salutations! Welcome to Sorcerer Sundries. My name is Rivlin. How can I help you?
Yes. Hello. The name's Jag. I was wondering, do you happen to be able to enchant any weapons here? And what type of cost and time that takes?
Enchant weapons here. Well, we could, yeah, probably do that. I've got quite a backlog, you see, of weapons to be enchanted, and, I think right this moment in time, it's, approximately a week's wait.
What's the normal cost on something like that?
Oh, well, to provide all of the material components, as well as to pay for the wizard's time, it runs roughly 750 gold pieces.
Ooh, just out of my price range.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry about that.
Uh,
He kind of glances over his shoulder a bit. You see that there is a female rock gnome that is currently not paying attention to your conversation.
a female rock gnome. What does she look like she's doing?
She's currently helping another customer, it appears.
I'm trying to think. Do you know anybody else who might be able to perform these at maybe a slightly less cost? I got about 50 platinum, so 500 gold's worth.
Do a perception.
Character should go. Accidentally clicked.
Okay. You could try the Mages Guild. I hear their rates are a little more reasonable than mine.
Thank you. Do you, and I'll point to the rock gnome, you guys both work out of here in independent rates, or?
Oh, she's my apprentice.
Ah, I see. Does she happen to do the work at a cheaper cost to as a way to practice her apprenticeship?
Unfortunately, her skills in the enchanting area have not quite gone far enough to be able to enchant weapons.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the advice. And I will head down to the Mages Guild.
Okay. Well, hold on just a second here. Alrighty. So, considering that you don't really know where the Mages Guild is, I want you to go ahead and roll me. We'll go with an investigation to see if you can locate. Walking outside and walking down the street takes you a little while to potentially realize that you are hopelessly lost and have absolutely no idea where this guild might be.
I'll stop and ask directions. Do I see a flaming fist soldier anywhere?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
My rolls lately.
You're looking around the street that you're currently on, and there doesn't appear to be any flaming fist soldiers out and about. You're kind of looking around instead to see maybe there might be a person that looks approachable. But you realize that everyone on this current street is giving you kind of a wide berth. And because everyone on the street is giving you a wider berth, you do happen to notice the same female gnome from the shop dart behind a building about a block and a half back.
All right.
Put you on hold, and we're going to go talk with Robin. Robin, you head towards the Basilisk Gate and the Flaming Fist headquarters there in that particular area of town.
Yes.
You can find it without any problems whatsoever. You do arrive at the facility to find Captain Zodge kind of waiting there at the commander's desk, kind of tapping his foot. For fuck's sakes, took you long enough. It seems...
Town.
What's that? Didn't quite catch
It's hard
that.
to get through this town.
Yeah, it's all the refugees around here. Alright. First of all, the stone.
I'll
Ascending
give it back to
stone?
him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright. Second of all, the badge. Thank you. Now, tell me, what happened? What's going on?
We were attacked at the Vanthampur residence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we defended ourselves,
Okay.
which ultimately resulted in the death of the family.
And I take it that your two companions died in the fight?
One of them, the other had business from his employer to take care of.
Listen,
Talking about Grace's character.
before I allow you to leave the city, before I open the gates, you got to get the other badges back. If they're alive. If they're dead, don't worry about it. But if they're alive, I gotta have them back.
Well, there'd only be one,
That's
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. That's fine. Listen, you did me a great favor, and I really appreciate that. And as I said when I first spoke with you, 250 gold pieces.
wonderful. Thank you.
No problem. As well, you have my eternal thanks for ridding this devil-worshipping cult, you say?
Yes.
As you're standing there talking with Zodge, your meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fist soldiers clad in plate armor. From behind this wall of swords and steel steps an armored woman with a white cloak and graying hair. Are these the maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city? Zodge leaps to his feet to attention. Commander Porter! I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 days. She looks at him, the wise smile on her face. That's what the city's government wanted you to think, Captain. She turns to you and says, I trust that you've been adequately compensated?
Most adequately.
Excellent. My name is Commander Porter.
Robin of Sherwood. Nice to meet you.
It's my pleasure to meet you as well. Can you perhaps tell me more about what happened?
We discovered the Vanthampurs to be... Not sure if they were worshipping or in league with devils and demons. But we also believe they caused whatever happened to El Terrell and its disappearance.
Listen, I really want to thank you for doing your part to help protect Baldur's Gate. I need to focus my attention on the debacle, this mess that's been left in Older Ravengard's absence. Listen, I assume that the Duchess Vanthampur did not survive.
To my knowledge, there is no longer a living Vanthampur.
My uncle, Dillard Porter, is one of the remaining government leaders, and perhaps with this swine gone, we can finally see some peace and quiet in this city. Where will you be heading off to now?
We have business that is calling us to Candlekeep.
Oh. Alright. Listen. If you need any sort of... Listen, I can provide you with a riding horse or a pony for each member of your party. I can also provide a cart with food and drink and other supplies if you'd like.
We have a cart, but food and supplies would be helpful.
She snaps her fingers, and one of the guards in plate mail kind of like comes to. And where's your cart located?
Who had the cart? Did you take it? I don't.
Sure, I
You-
took the cart.
You had to go farther.
I
so
had it
imagine
last.
you'd take-
Yeah. I took it with me.
Where'd you go?
Actually, I probably would have. No, James snuck out.
Did
So
I-
probably would've told James
Did
to
I
take it.
GTA the cart to the church?
You totally did.
Might have.
That is
yeah.
the best parking spot for it.
Yep.
I wanted to say that, but I wasn't gonna try to metagame.
Our priest has it at the Temple of Suffering.
Go retrieve it, fill it full of food, bring it here, and guard it. Take a squad with you. He snaps to attention. Whew, shall be done. He storms out of the office.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I'm a bit impressed.
Well, I will leave you to it. I've got like I say, a debacle to clean up here. A complete mess trash pile. And Zaj kind of looks like chastened and a little bit hurt by this. As she like sits down and starts to kind of get to business. Starts snapping orders.
I'll motion for Zaj, or like step up, but I want to make sure that we're not in earshot of her, and I want to ask him if he found what. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
If he found anything about Nottingham.
Well, I placed a few casual inquiries, and usually those casual inquiries, well, they come out better with a little bit of, you know what I mean.
Should that set you back?
Well, I could tell you, or you could be generous.
Oh hell,
So-
does that mean
As I try to insight
Go ahead, roll an insight.
how much he means by generous. Oh,
those 30 remaining platinums?
Right.
Probably not the 30 remaining platinum, but like at least, you'd say at least probably 5 gold at least.
oh, that's fine. I'll give him 6.
You put 6 coins in his hand and he kind of looks at it, keeps his hand out.
I'll give him 2 more.
He slides 4 off of his palm, puts it into his pocket, keeps his hand there.
Really? You did me a great favor.
Paying back that gold if you pay.
Guess. 2 more, and I'll look at him.
2 more, he'll flourish it into his other pocket. Now, I can't be for certain it's the individual you're looking for. But, a group of individuals recently were seen coming and going from a warehouse down in Bloomridge. Now, this particular occurrence doesn't raise very many eyebrows, you understand, as people come and go from warehouses all the time. No, it's the bloody screams that drew a little bit of attention the other day. Now, we're not ones to, necessarily be going poking our noses here and there or anything like that, but I happen to talk to a feller that knows a friend, happens to know a guy with a bit of a favor, and he says that these strangers, they came in from out of town rather fast, you see. Individuals paid cash to rent this particular warehouse for no longer than 1 week. Used coins that had dragon heads on them. That's what stuck out about it. One of my curious friends, you see, he stuck around a bit, and he happened to hear a name. The name he heard, he swears up and down, was Nottingham. Now, he pulls out a little slip of paper. Got an address of a warehouse in Bloomridge. Might be your guy, might not be your guy, but it's the best I got.
10 gold, it better be.
He hands you the little slip of paper. So, with Jag potentially being followed on his quest to find a mage guild to potentially enchant his weapon, with Robin getting some information on her whereabouts of Nottingham and the stolen artifact from her people, and with Chance serving the god of Illimater and curing the homeless and the sick and the dying at the Shrine of Suffering, and Luca off running around talking to his boss, the Cult Busters, and trying to get some more information. That is where we will end tonight's episode. I think that's
Of Catman and Robin.
Of Catman and Robin.
Catman and Robin.
Just saying, I coined that name, so yeah.
Copyright.
You did. It's
Copyright
so
James. You guys out there in the real world, stay safe, take care of one another, and, for Pete's sakes, if you can be anything in this world, be kind. We will catch you on Gear Gaming 365's Descent into Avernus next time around. Bye, guys!
Bye.
Adventures of